Hello my dear friends, so welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand planet Jupiter placement in the second house of your Vedic astrological birth chart. What will happen when planet Jupiter comes and sits in your second house? Also, I'm going to cover up the special aspects of Jupiter because Jupiter is going to aspect 5 places away, 7 places away and 9 places away from its original placement. So what are the overall results this placement is going to provide you? I'm going to explain you in this video. First of all, you have to have basic understandings regarding the planet Jupiter and the second house. Only then you will be able to relate these two things. On one hand, if I talk about regarding planet Jupiter, it is one of the most important planets in Vedic astrology because Jupiter governs the maximum portions or the maximum areas of your life. Whether it is connected with your marriage, your happiness, childbirth, your ability to grow in your life, it is a significator of the wisdom and knowledge which you are going to acquire in this present lifetime. Jupiter, it is also significator of the financial world and the financial knowledge. Also, Jupiter represents the expansion. In whichever house Jupiter is going to sit, it is going to expand the horizon of that house, or it will expand the significance related to that areas of your life. Also, if you are a woman, then Jupiter symbolizes your husband as well. The kind of characteristics it's somewhat also governed by planet Jupiter. Also, Jupiter represents all the spiritual gurus, all the motivational speakers, any kind of a mystical guides, even the astrologers itself, all the Jyotishis, they all are connected with planet Jupiter. Also, Jupiter, in the very mundane terms, it represents all the ancient knowledge as well. The knowledge related to all the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Athar Veda. So all the ancient knowledge, it is somewhat connected with this planet. It is a karka of optimism, like how hopeful you are in your life. Because this planet has the ability to take you out from every negative situation towards the positive end. So it is quite a very important planet. And on the other hand, if I talk about regarding second house, it is your Kutumb Sthana. Kutumb means it is a family house and it represents the family before marriage and family after marriage as well. Second house, it is the house of your wealth and savings as well. The kind of wealth which you are going to accumulate in this present life, that thing is purely seen from the second house. Second house also represents your mouth and face as well. Like the kind of voice, like how heavy you speak, or do you have a very less kind of a voice. So your ability to speak, that thing is also seen from second house. Your ability to eat as well, the kind of food which you like to eat, that thing is also seen from the second house. Also, second house, it is somewhat also symbolizes the second marriage. Because the 7th house in Vedic astrology, it represents your first marriage, and 8 places away, that is the second house, it is a house which is responsible for your second marriage. So whenever planet Jupiter comes and sits in the second house, first of all, this is a very intensified kind of a Jupiter. Here the person have the ability to deeply research into all the areas of your life, irrespective of the sign placement. Also here Jupiter is going to give them the very large family, like both the families before marriage and after marriage. They are having a very big families around them. Apart from this, here Jupiter is also going to teach you lot of spiritual values as well. Lot of mystical, lot of subjects like astrology, numerology. So these kind of teachings Jupiter is naturally going to give you. Because Jupiter is directly aspecting your 8th house. So somewhat it is extracting all the energy of the 8th house. Like the 7th aspect of the Jupiter, it shows the wisdom and knowledge which you are going to acquire. So the 8th house, it is a natural representation of the astrology world, all the tantric siddhis as well. Even the Kundalini awakening, any kind of a mystical stuff. So Jupiter has the ability to read each and everything. That thing is hidden in the 8th house. And also this placement is very good for becoming a very good astrologer as well. Apart from this, here Jupiter in the second house, it not only gives you wealth, but the kind of knowledge. Like these people, they are hungry towards acquiring the knowledge, the financial knowledge, especially because second house, it is the house of wealth and savings. It is not necessary like Jupiter in the second house, so it is going to give you a lot of money. I have seen a lot of people who don't have much money in their life with Jupiter placement in the second house. But the Jupiter in the second house, it is going to give you the necessary money to fulfill all the basic needs of your life. Because Jupiter is the blessings. Look, anywhere in the chart out of 12 houses, in whichever house this Jupiter is going to put, it shows the blessings related to that areas of your life. So it is going to give you the natural abilities or that kind of a natural money to fulfill all the basic needs of your life. Also the knowledge, financial knowledge, towards acquiring the knowledge of the financial world, that thing is also going to be very, very high, these individuals. Because Jupiter, if especially you are going through the Jupiter Dasha, and Jupiter, it is posited in the friendly sign, it is like exalted over there or in its own sign, then this Jupiter has the ability to bring great amount of wealth and abundance. But it is not necessary you are going to earn this kind of a wealth on your own. It represents the addition of the wealth from some other areas of your life. Suppose after getting married, you find a life partner who is very wealthy, so it represents the addition of the wealth as well. And usually with this Jupiter placement, if you are a female especially, you are going to attract a very wealthy spouse, very wealthy. And especially the morals are also going to be very, very high inside that person. But if this Jupiter is exalted, then I have seen this Jupiter is going to delay the marriage of an individual as well. Apart from this, if this Jupiter, it is debilitated in the second house, then it is a very destructive kind of a placement. Because then the ability of a native to save huge amount of wealth and money, that thing is not present inside this Jupiter. Like somehow and somewhat, the Jupiter is always going to spend a lot of money. Because if Jupiter is debilitated in the second house, it means you are Sagittarius ascendant. And then from 9th sign to the 10th sign, it is getting debilitated as well. So although like it is a gain from the ascendant to the second house, but the second house foundation of the Saturn, that must be taken into consideration before giving any kind of a prediction. Also here Jupiter is going to aspect with your 6th house as well, which is the house of your especially loans, debts and enemies as well. So here Jupiter is going to instill lot of wisdom inside your enemies as well. You are going to attract that kind of enemies in your life who are going to be very sharp minded, who are having all the necessary wisdom and knowledge of all the mundane areas of the life. So with this placement, Jupiter is also going to amplify the especially the enemies in your life. Also 6th house represents disease as well. So these people, they naturally feel sick like lot of time, because here Jupiter in the directly aspecting the 6th house, it is going to amplify the 6th house qualities as well. So all the like disease and these kind of things, these things are naturally connected with this Jupiter. Apart from this, on the 8th house, Jupiter is going to aspect. So that thing is very, very good. If you want to pursue your career into the research oriented field, this is going to be very, 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 very beneficial for you. Also, it is going to exemplify your sexual characteristics as well. Like especially in the 8th house, whenever any, especially Jupiter or Venus, if they are sitting in the 8th house or if they are aspecting the 8th house, so it is going to give you a lot of high level of sexual desires as well. Because the sexual needs are also going to be get amplified in your life. Although like this, for that we need to check the sign placement as well, but usually these kind of things are also seen. Apart from this, Jupiter's 9th aspect on your 10th house of the career as well. So here Jupiter is somewhat also going to offer the protection in your career environment, but it is not going to give you results very easily in your in the 10th house of the career. It shows the necessary support. Suppose you are working in a career environment, so here with the support of your boss or your co-workers or with the support of your senior members of the organization, that members are going to support you a lot. Because this Jupiter's aspect on the 10th house, it shows you are going to acquire a lot of wisdom and knowledge in the 10th house of career as well. And other people, they are also going to like, especially they like the way, they especially admire your skills as well, the kind of hardworking you are, because naturally on the 10th house, Jupiter is going to make you a very hardworking kind of an individual. And especially the philosophy towards life, that thing is also going to be very, very strict. because these individuals, whenever Jupiter's ninth aspect, some kind of a philosophical values are always connected with the 10th house of career. And no matter in whichever career environment they are going to work, they always come acquire with a lot of spiritual entities in that working environment. Maybe some kind of a small temples, something related to temples and that kind of a things. They are going to be situated near your work environment. In whichever area, whichever country you live in, something related to the spiritual entities and that kind of things that are going to be present nearby your specially working environment. Because Jupiter ninth aspect, it shows the all the temples, some kind of a churches or mosque as well. So these kind of things are naturally connected with this placement. Also with this placement, you must have to be very careful before acquiring any kind of a loans or debts in your life. Because if this Jupiter is not very well dignified, if it is doubly rated or it is in the inimical sign, you may easily fall for the bankruptcy as well. Because here, like Jupiter, as I told you, it is aspecting your 6th house of loans, debts as well. So you are going to acquire a lot of loan as well in your life. Especially if you are a businessman, if you are having this Jupiter, please avoid taking any big financial risk. Especially look at the placement of Mars in your horoscope. If Mars is very well posited, very strongly posited, then go for that thing. Otherwise, if Mars is also weak, Jupiter is also weak. With this kind of a placement, please don't take heavy financial loans and risks in your life. Otherwise, you are going to find yourself into some kind of a debt kind of a situation. And bankruptcy kind of a situations can also occur with this placement. But overall, this Jupiter is a very good Jupiter, because it is going to offer you some kind of a wisdom as well. Like whenever you speak, you try to preach other individuals. You try to help other individuals. Do this thing, that thing. Also, like they are also like involved in lot of the secretive side of the life as well. Their life, like especially these natives, they are having lot of secrets that are also connected with their family life as well and with themselves as well. But they are very fearful of showing that kind of a secrets in front of other individuals. But this thing is usually seen with the Jupiter placement in the 2nd house. So that's it guys from my side in this video. I hope you like the analysis. If you have any queries regarding your Jupiter placement, do let me know. I will respond you back within 48 hours after receiving your email. If you require any spiritual consultation, marriage consultation, childbirth consultation, or any other consultation related to career or any other thing, do let me know. I will respond you back within 48 hours after receiving your email. So till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. And please follow me on Instagram as well, where I post a lot of stuff related to Vedic Astrology. Till then, see you soon. I will meet you very soon. Bye-bye.